Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I have the Kiwi design VR dumbbells for the Quest 2 controllers, and they are exactly that. They are weights you add to your Quest 2 controllers. So we have one without and one with, just so you have a comparison, so you can see that is what the device looks like, and we will open it up in a moment. But just for comparison, you can see the difference it makes to the overall footprint of the Quest 2, and it's not too much. You can see where the join is and the dome shape where it fits onto the controller, and I'll show you the inside as well. And yeah, it's a very flush fitting device. Very interesting, guys. So for reference, you do get you can adjust the weight of these dumbbells. If I take this one apart, and you can just see how this works, there is a stack of little weights. I weighed them at 49 grams each, but that could just be my scale. It could be that maybe they're 50 grams each, I'm not sure. But for reference, the Quest 2 controller, the stock one, with actually this grip cover on there. This is a Kiwi design grip cover, and just so you can see, it does actually work with this because there is a cutout there for this. That is really useful, and I will tell you guys straight off, you do need to use some grips on here. You do need to have that knuckle strap because this stuff does add a lot of weight to the controller. And you don't want to be chucking this out of your hands because it's going to be really obviously bad news for a lot of things, notwithstanding the controller itself, but whatever it hits. So the weight of this controller with this silicone grip cover is 185 grams. With a single weight, it goes up to 292 because obviously that includes the the added weight of this piece here, these pieces. With two, it's 338, and with three of these weights here, all there, that is 382. So it's round about, more or less within about 6 or 7 grams, doubling the weight of your Quest 2 controller, and you can definitely feel it. And if you're wondering what that feels like, just pick up your two Quest 2 controllers together, and then you can get an idea of what that means. Also, actually, you do get this nice little pouch as well to store your stuff in. Better mention that. And the way it works is, you can see there is this little cup here, and you can put in up to 3 weights, only up to 3 weights. Obviously, you can't mix it up with the other ones from there. So if you only want to use, say, one, for instance, put one in there, and then you use these spacers that you get with them, which basically fills in the gap. So we need 2 because we need to obviously have a stack of 3. And then to show you how easy this slides in. It does slide in easy, but there you go, nice and easy. Put the bottom piece on there, and you can see these little slots here. That's kind of, again, a nice little feature. It just means it lines up and it just like basically clips in like that. And again, you can just see how it sort of has that gap for the silicone cover there. And then finally, we screw this on to keep it all together. I'll just show you that. Try and get an angle. And there you have it, guys. That's it. And then obviously you play your games, and that's the way it goes. So something to bear in mind is obviously you can see the dial there. It is sort of close to the thumb controller there, but I didn't have a problem with this. It seems to be out of the way for me. I guess one thing to bear in mind, I also have like a little silicone cover on mine for extra grip, so it does lift it up a bit. My hands are medium size, so just for a point of reference, and I find it worked okay. But to be fair, most of the games you're going to be playing this with, you won't really be using that anyway, that joystick, because this is really designed for fitness games, so you're going to be using it with rhythm games. So I think a good option would be something like Synth Riders, Beat Saber, any of those. Audio. Which one is that? A game which I really like called Audio something. I'll I'll put a mention on it on the screen. I can't remember what it's called. For some reason my mind's gone blank, but never mind about that. And yes, but with something like Synth Riders where you're moving your hands around, that works really well. And even though you might kind of think, well, you're only doubling the weight of the Quest controller, it's definitely meaningful. You can definitely feel it when it's with your hand, you're moving your hands around, and you can definitely feel that extra weight, that extra kind of leverage there. It does make a difference because your arms are out in front of you, and it does make a difference. Another game I tested it with was Full of the Fight. That was definitely an interesting experience. I used all 3 weights. All my testing, I packed it with all the weights. And that was really tough. That's a tough game anyway, but it makes it even tougher. And you definitely want to have straps of that because you are kind of punching out, and you can definitely feel the weight of that extra weight of the controller sort of, trying to push away from you. And I thought that was a good experience. At least it was a hard experience, which is obviously good for fitness training. And I thought that was good. I enjoyed that. Another game actually was brilliant with was Hollow Point. So that's the bow and arrow game, and that worked well. Game with a ton of movement, arms are out all the time, and you're spinning around, and you really feel it on that. Potentially, you could say maybe like have less weight in the bowstring hand and then more in the bow hand to make it a little bit more kind of realistic. I suppose that'd be a thing to do. That worked well. Another game which I thought was brilliant was Premium Bowling. By having an extra weight, having this extra kind of leverage and weight, it gave it more authenticity when you're kind of chucking the ball. I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed that. That kind of, it's. I thought that it kind of adds to it, the experience. It makes it somewhat slightly more realistic when you have a heavier weight in your hands. So yeah, Premium Bowling or any other bowling game would be good. Another title I can certainly recommend using the weights with was Pistol Whip. The added weight gave the feeling of something more authentic, more closer to what a real firearm sort of weight would be, and I kind of enjoyed it. It adds this sort of extra reality to the game when you have something which feels more weighty in your hands, and in a way it felt more balanced. So I was aiming, it felt pretty good. I really enjoyed that. So it kind of adds, an extra element beyond fitness, because just the weightiness of it. And on that, another title which was amazing using the weights in here was Golf Plus. So when you're swinging, you're swinging on the range or you're swinging on a course with just the lightweightness of the controller, your hands kind of flayed around a little bit, but when I was with the weight in there, again, it just gave it a more kind of heaviness, more like a real club weight. And I was swinging, it aided my direction and aim and everything else. I thought it was brilliant. It just like the swinging motion of it, that kind of leverage of it just added to it. So even beyond fitness games, adding the extra weight can just add some extra sort of authenticity, some more immersion to the games themselves. Certainly some games work better than others with added weights, and some titles you won't want to have added weights on there, but it is so easy just to take it off when you're not needing it, which is again another nice feature of this. It really is low friction effort just to take that off and do that. It's very nice. I like that as well because it's no effort to do this, so nice easy operation. Yeah, and I guess one thing you might want to sort of question is whether or not this added weight on the ring, this top ring of the Quest controllers, is that going to be a problem? Could it, crack? Is there a problem with that extra weight? I don't think so. To me, I think it feels strong enough for this amount of extra weight. So I don't think there's a problem there. Probably wouldn't want to put more weight on there. I think this is perfectly sufficient. But yeah, so I think they've got it right on this. I think they've got the right amount of kind of weight on there that it's not going to damage the controllers, and it's enough weight to be meaningful when you're playing games, when you're moving your hands around, especially when they're far out. You might even want to try this with other sort of shooting games as well, where your hands are like that. Because again, this added weight kind of gives it this more kind of authentic feel. It's a weird thing, but it does make a difference, and I noticed it. And of course, it makes the games a little bit more difficult because of holding your hands out. But yeah, I think these are brilliant. I'm going to continue using these. I like them because it is beyond adding extra stress to the activity of the games. It adds an extra amount of immersion, which I thought I didn't expect, but it does, and it's a brilliant kind of tool just for that as well. So yeah, I think this is a really, really nice little device. You know, it's really sort of elegant design, and quite honestly, I've used other Kiwi design products in the past, and they have never failed to get it right. They always get things right. Their design, their application, the way they do things is very good. I have to say, you know, as a company that makes these peripherals for VR headsets, the Quest, and also for other headsets as well, they're brilliant. They do a really good job. I have to say, I haven't faulted any of their products yet. And yeah, I'm yet to be disappointed with their stuff because they just do good stuff. So yeah, another good product from Kiwi Design. So I can certainly recommend it. But I will say, make sure you get some grip covers, preferably these ones from Kiwi Design. You can see the style of it. I think they have different. This is one of their older ones. I think it's been upgraded with like a little door hatch now on their newer ones. But this is one I bought ages ago, and I have to say, a very good grip cover. And yeah, really, yeah, well thought out design to, you know, to add that to it. And that's how I like their stuff, because they are well thought out and well implemented products. Again, you know, really easy to, you know, put on and take off. So yeah, nice products. Well done, Kiwi Design. I am impressed by this, and I do like it. So yeah, I can certainly say, if you're after something like this, if you think it's going to appeal to you, go for it. I think it's a nice product, guys. Definitely worth the money. I'm happy with it. So and there you go. And that's all I have to say, guys. Hope you found this video useful. Do drop comments below the video, of course, and I'll be back soon with something new. So until next time, take care and bye bye.